Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to continue with Game 5 of our series between the 1966 Dodgers and the 1975 Cincinnati Reds. The series is knotted at 2. And we have a rematch of Game 1 starters, Don Gullett and Sandy Koufax. Koufax outdueled Gullett, and the Dodgers defeated the Reds. So let's get to the starting lineups and play some Out of the Park Baseball 20. For the Cincinnati Reds, who will be managed by the Out of the Ballpark Baseball 20 sim engine. Leading off is Pete Rose. He'll play third base, followed by Joe Morgan at second base. Batting third, doing the catching, Johnny Bench. The cleanup hitter playing first base, Tony Perez. Batting fifth, speak softly but carry a loud boomstick in left field, George Foster. Ken Griffey Sr. is in right, batting sixth. Smooth fielding, Davey Concepcion's at short, batting seventh. Cesar Geronimo patrols center field for the Reds. He'll bat eighth. Batting ninth, up on the bump, the pitcher Don Gullett. For the 66 Dodgers, whom I will be managing, Maury Wills will play short and lead things off. Willie Davis will be in center field and bat second. Jimmy Lefevre will bat third and play second base. The cleanup hitter in right field, Lou B. Johnson. Wes Parker bats fifth and will play first. Tommy Davis is in left. He'll bat sixth. The Ron Fairly third base experiment has gone outstanding. He'll bat seventh and play the hot corner. Johnny Roseborough will do the catching. Finally got off to Schneid with a hit in Game 4. And Sandy Koufax, the winner of Game 1, the tremendous all-time great lefty, is up on the bump for the Dodgers. To the ballpark we go. So Koufax in 1966 was 27-9 with a 1.73 in the playoffs. In this series is 1-0 with a 3.86. Roseborough's behind the plate, 7 defensive range, 7 arm. Fairly no defensive range rating. At third, Maury Wills an 8 at short. Lefevre's a 7 at second. Tremendous up the middle are the 66 Dodgers, and Wes Parker's a 7 at first. In left field, Tommy Davis, 4 range, 5 arm. In center field, Willie Davis can catch him with the best of them, 8 range, 5 arm. And Lou B. Johnson's average in right with a 5 defensive range and a 5 arm. Pete Rose is at the plate, will be followed by Morgan and Bench. Rose batting 400 in the series with 2 ribbies. Switch hitter. Why I'm not... Hold on, folks. Hold on. Back to game options. Okay, there we go. Now I am managing the 66 Dodgers. We always forget to do that. So Rose, the switch hitter, batting righty off the left-handed throwing Koufax. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Here's the pitch from Sandy to Charlie Hustle. 0-1 count to Rose. And that is a line shot and a diving catch in right center field. What a catch it was by Willie Davis. 1 down. To the applause of the Dodgers faithful here at Dodger Stadium. 1 out, no one on for the left-hand batting Joe Morgan. 375, no homers, and 2 ribbies in the series. Koufax rocks and deals, full count to Morgan. That's a fly ball. Deep to right, Johnson going back, and he makes the catch. 2 down, 2 up, 2 down. They've hit Sandy pretty hard so far. Morgan got under that one. Here comes Johnny Bench. This is a series, if he doesn't get going, that he will want to forget. Batting 118 with no home runs and 3 ribbies, right-handed pull hitter. Dodgers infield will shift left. Outfield straightaway and normal. Lefevre playing behind the second base bag. Koufax nods his head. Roseborough sets the target. The pitch from the lefty to Johnny Bench. 2-2 count to Bench. And a line shot to Maury Wills. The side is retired. Bench's struggles continue. We go to the bottom of the first. No score here in L.A. Dodgers and Reds tied at 2 in the best-of-7 series. Due up for the 1966 Dodgers, Maury Wills, Willie Davis, and Jimmy Lefevre to face Don Gullett. Gullett in 1975, 15-4 with a 2.42. He's 0-1 in the playoff series. Bench tremendous behind the plate. 9 defensive arm, 10 defensive range. Pete Rose below average at 30s of 4. Concepcion and Morgan both 10s. Up the middle, absolutely outstanding. And Tony Perez is an 8 at first. Foster an 8 range, 6 arm in left. Geronimo a 10 range, 7 arm in center. And Ken Griffey Sr. a 4 range with a 5 arm. And here comes Maury Wills batting .500 in this series with 1 homer and 2 ribbies. The pitch from Gullett to Wills, 0-1. Wills will swing the stick, and it's a pop-up. Calling for it is Morgan as he calls off Perez. 1 down. 1 out, no one on for Willie Davis, the center fielder. He's batting .412, no homers, no ribbies. Let's see if Willie can get something started. Left-handed batter. He's a pull hitter. Infield, outfield, straightaway, and normal for the Reds. Gullett nods his head. Bench sets the target. The pitch to Willie Davis. 1-2 count. Davis in the hole. Ground ball right side. Morgan ranges to his right. Throws to first. 2 down. So 2 outs, base is empty for the second baseman. Jimmy Lefevre batting .263, a home run, and 4 runners knocked in. Right-handed pull hitter. Infield, outfield, straightaway, and normal for the Cincinnati Reds of 1975. Here's the pitch to Lefevre. 1-0. Lefevre swings the lumber, popped up, foul territory. Perez going over. He makes the catch, and 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. We go to the top of the second, scoreless between the 1975 Dodgers and the 1975 Reds, and the 1966 Dodgers. In this best-of-7 series tied at 2. Due up for the Big Red Machine, Perez, Foster, and Griffey. Tony Perez batting .200 with a ribby. Right-handed pull hitter. Dodgers will shift left in the infield. Again, you will see Lefevre directly behind the second base bag. The pitch from Koufax to Perez. 1-1 count. Here's the swing. And Perez sends that ball deep left center field. On the run, reaching out and making the catch is Tommy Davis. As the fans roar their approval, 1 down. That brings up Speak Softly, Carry a Big Boomstick. George Foster. Foster .267, no homers, no ribbies. Right-handed normal hitter. Koufax rocks and fires. 1-2 count. Foster in the hole. Koufax looking for his first K. Strike 3 looking. Gets him on the curveball. So there's 2 outs. Base is empty. The number 6 hitter, Ken Griffey Sr. steps to the plate. He has struggled. 154. No homers, no ribbies. Lefty-lefty matchup. Koufax looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He deals to Griffey. 1 ball, no strikes. Griffey swings. Ground ball. Wills at short. Long throw. In time, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the second. Scoreless here in La La Land. Due up for the 66 Dodgers. Johnson, Parker, and Davis to face Don Gullett. Lou B. Johnson, .333 with 2 ribbies. Right-handed, normal hitter. Very good contact. Below average eye. He will go fishing. Gullett nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Johnson. 0-1 to Johnson. Johnson swings at that inside pitch. Drives it to center field, but Geronimo goes back a bit. That's out number 1. And here comes Wes Parker. Parker batting .278. 1 homer, 7 runners knocked in. Very good contact hitter against lefties, below average power with a good eye. Let's see how Parker deals with the lefty Gullett. Bench wiggles the fingers. Gullett nods his head in approval. He deals to Parker. Full count to Wes Parker. Ball 4 as the ball tailed inside. Parker did not chase. And the Dodgers have a base runner with 1 out. And here's Tommy Davis. Davis, the left fielder, .438, 1 homer, 4 ribbies. Here's the hit and run. There goes Parker. Swing and a miss. The throw down by Bench is not in time. So Wes Parker steals on the cannon arm of Johnny Bench. And the swing might have distracted Bench a bit. So the count is no balls, 1 strike. Davis can pick up his 5th ribby in the series. Parker takes a slight lead from second. Here's the pitch to Tommy Davis. 2-1 count to Davis. Davis, base hit to left. Will they wave? No. Smartly holding Parker. They don't challenge Foster's 6-rated arm. So Parker is at third. Tommy Davis is at first. And here comes the man, the myth, the legend, the third base experiment, Ron Fairly. Never played third base, I believe, any game in his major league career, but we put him there so not to have an automatic out at third. 462 so far. He's made all the plays at third that you expect from a novice with no errors and 2 ribbies. Let's see if Fairly can give the Dodgers a lead here in the bottom of the second. 1 out, runners on the corners. Here's the pitch to Ron Fairly. 1 ball, no strikes. Fairly drives that ball! And a diving catch by Cesar Geronimo in right center field, but tagging up and scoring from third is Wes Parker. So Fairly continues to strike the ball quite well. He knocks in the first run on a sac fly. What a catch by Cesar Geronimo, saving extra bases. Retreating back to first was Tommy Davis. 1-0 Dodgers, 2 outs. Davis will be off on contact. Perez holding him on. And here comes Johnny Roseboro. He's 1 for 11 in the series. It was an infield hit. The pitch to Roseboro, 1-0. Roseboro pops it up. Morgan moving to his left. Makes the catch on the infield dirt, and the side is retired. But the 66 Dodgers strike first on the sac fly and the great play by Cesar Geronimo. 1-0 as we advance to the top of the third. Due up bottom third for the Reds, Concepcion, Geronimo, and Gullett. To face Sandy Koufax. Concepcion, 286, 3 ribbies. Right-handed normal hitter. The pitch from Koufax, 1-0. Davey swings the bat, grounds it to first. Parker takes it to the bag, 1 out. That brings up Cesar Geronimo, who made a web gem of a catch, robbing extra bases, though he could not stop the RBI for Ron Fairly. Geronimo in the playoff series, batting .250 with a ribby. Left-handed pull hitter. Infield will go hard shift right. You can see Fairly playing the shortstop position, and Maury Wills slightly to the right of the second base bag. Outfield straightaway and normal. Koufax takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. He deals to Cesar Geronimo. 2-2 to Geronimo. Will he strike him out? Swing and a miss! Another curveball drops off the table. Sandy Koufax with his second K, and here comes his counterpart, Don Gullett. Koufax looking for a 1-2-3 inning, works quickly to Gullett. Full count to Gullett. Don't lose him, Sandy. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. Koufax has struck out 3. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Dodgers. Series tied at 2. The Dodgers would like to go back to Cincinnati, up 3-2. Cincinnati has other ideas. They'd like to go back to Cincinnati 3-2. Due up for the Dodgers, Koufax in the top of the order, Wills and Willie Davis. The pitch to Sandy K. 2-2 count to Koufax, and Gullett returns the favor as a swing and a miss from Sandy. And that's Gullett's first K. Top of the order, Maury Wills. He's 0 for 1. As the organist plays away, the fans clap along. The pitch to Wills, 2-2 count to Wills. Wills, a blooper, left field line on the run is Foster, and he makes the diving catch. Oh boy, full extension on that. On the softly hit ball down the line, hung up enough for Foster. What a catch. If he misses that, Maury Wills could be running till next year. So 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Willie Davis. Davis is 0 for 1. Gullett nods his head. Bench sets the target. The pitch to Willie Davis. 0-1 to Davis. Softly hit ball. Concepcion comes charging in. Bare hands it and thinks better of it. It is an infield hit for the speedy Willie Davis. An excellent base stealing threat. And here comes Jimmy Lefevre. Perez will hold on Davis. And here's Lefevre. He's 0 for 1. Let's see if Lefevre can go yard. He had 24 home runs in 1966. Davis will be off on contact. He could score on a gap shot. Gullett peeks to first. Now he deals to Lefevre. 1-2 count. Lefevre in the hole. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. We go to the top of the fourth. Dodgers cling to a 1-0 lead. Due up for the 75 Reds, top of the order, Rose, Morgan, and bench to face the great one, the lefty, Sandy Koufax. The high leg kick and the pitch to Rose. 0-2 to Rose. Charlie Hustle sends that ball right field on the run, reaching out and making the catch. It started to carry, but Johnson makes the catch in right, 1 down. And here comes little Joe Morgan. He's 0 for 1, left-handed normal hitter. Koufax rubs up the baseball, back up on the bump. He nods his head. Roseboro sets the target. The pitch to Morgan. 2 balls, 1 strike on little Joe. And there's a gap shot, right center field. Willie Davis reaches out, makes the diving catch. Holy cow, we have seen leather flash like we've never seen it before for both of these squads. 2 down. Koufax turns to his center fielder and tips his cap. 2 outs, base is empty for Johnny Bench. Bench just a miserable series, only batting .111. Right-handed pull hitter. Dodgers infield shifts left. Outfield straightaway and normal. Koufax looking for K number 4. He deals to Bench. 0-1. Johnny swings the lumber. Ground ball right side. The only defender on the right side's Parker. He races the bag, and the side is retired. Koufax continues to spin his magic. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Due up for the 66 Dodgers. Johnson, Parker, and Davis to face Don Gullett. 66 Dodgers 1, 75 Reds 0. Series tied at 2 best-of-7. We head back to Cincinnati after this. The Dodgers hoping to be able to close it out in Cincinnati, and so are the Reds. Reds trail 1-0. Here's the pitch to Johnson. He's 0-1. Fly ball, right field towards the line, moving over is Griffey. He makes the catch, 1 away. Lazy fly ball. And that brings up Wes Parker. Parker walked his first time up. The pitch to Parker, full count to Parker. That ball is launched down the left field line, and a running catch by Foster. Good jump by Foster in left for the 75 Reds. 2 down. And here comes Tommy Davis, the left fielder. Davis is 1 for 1. On deck, Ron Fairley. He's knocked in the only run with a sac fly. Gullett takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. The high leg kick and the pitch to Tommy Davis. 2-2 count to Davis. Oh, pop straight up. Bench throws the mask off, calling for it. And he makes the catch as he calls off TP Tony Perez. We're through 4. The 1966 Dodgers 1, the 1975 Reds 0. Due up for the 75 Reds in the top of the 5th. Perez, Foster, and Griffey to face the great one, the lefty, Sandy Koufax. Koufax 4 innings, no walks, no hits, 3 Ks. The pitch to Tony Perez. He's a right-handed pull hitter, so we go with our customary shift left in the infield. Pitch homeward bound, full count. Oh, boy, ball for Koufax, and Roseboro want to know where that pitch was. And Perez is on base, and that brings up George Foster. Perez represents a tying run at first. Not fleet of foot, but he's a 7 out of 10 base stealer, so he reads. If he gets an opportunity, he will go. And Foster's at the plate, represents the go-ahead run. Foster is 0 for 1. Dodgers move to double play depth as Maury Wills and Jimmy Lefevre pinch the middle towards the second base bag. The pitch to Foster. 1 ball, no strikes. Foster swing. Ground ball. Wills. Lefevre! And Foster beats it out! Oh, they can't turn 2. But they get the lead runner in Perez. That will bring up Ken Griffey Sr. He is 0 for 1. Left-handed spray hitter. Again, the Dodgers will play double play depth up the middle. Parker holding on Foster. The pitch to Griffey. Full count to Griffey. Griffey, fly ball. Center field, that's carrying. Willie Davis racing back at the track. He reaches up, makes the catch, quickly turns and fires towards the infield. Retreating to first is Foster, 2 down. And here's the smooth fielding Davey Concepcion. He's 0 for 1. Koufax smiles out towards his center fielder, Willie Davis. Peeks towards first. Now picks up the sign from Roseboro. He kicks and deals to Davey Concepcion. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball back to Koufax. Tough play at first, and he got him. Oh, boy. He had to barehand it, dropped it, picked it up, and threw to first. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The 66 Dodgers won. The 75 Reds, nothing. At the ballpark, ID Gesture. Check out that wonderful channel. And Appa Bryant. Another 2 great channels. Please check them out. Subscribe, share, all that wonderful stuff. Thank you for joining us. Appa Bryant says, hello, Al and ID. This feels like it's going to be a special game. Could be, my friend. Here comes Ron Fairley again. If you're not seeing any of our games, Ron Fairley has never played third base. We put him at third base because he's a right fielder and a first baseman. I figured, what the heck? Let's see if he can play third. I did not want an automatic out at third base in this series. We will switch him off in a close game and bring in Kennedy. That's John Kennedy, not the president. All right, so Fairley had the sac fly that knocked in the only run in the ball game, thus the 1-0 lead for the 66 Dodgers. Here's the pitch from Gullett to Fairley. 1 ball, no strikes. Fairley swings, sends that ball deep to right, and gone! The Ron Fairley experiment is absolutely outstanding. He has just driven in the 2nd run of the game. And both knocked in by Ron Fairley. Bippity-boppity boom, to the moon, Alice, to the moon. Boom goes the ball, and Ron Fairley touches them all to pure jubilation in that Dodger dugout. And the fans are loving it. The 66 Dodgers go up 2-0, and that is worth a rewatch. Once I remember how to do the replay on the modern view. Go to options. And there's the replay. Here it is. Crush shot to right. Boom! Bye-bye. See you later. Hasta la vista. Nice to know ya. 2-0 66 Dodgers. Has fairly crushed a flat slider. So it's 2-0. And here's Johnny Roseboro. He's 1 for 12 in this series. The pitch to Roseboro. He's going to swing at the first offering. Ground ball to Morgan. Morgan over. Oh, throw! Gets away from Perez! Roseboro racing into second, and he'll slide in safely. Who will the error be on? I believe it will be on Joe Morgan. Perez could not corral it, and the 75 Reds shooting themselves in the foot. And here comes Sandy Koufax. Koufax is actually 1 for 4 in the series. And he's going to drop down a sac bunt. Here's the pitch. Puts down a pretty good bunt. It's going to be fielded by Gullett. He goes to third. Do they get Roseboro? Yes! Wow, that was a gutsy play. Most people would have took the sure second out at first. Gullett throws to Rose, who applies the tag on a surprised Johnny Roseboro. So 2 outs. The slow-footed pitcher Sandy Koufax at first. Why Perez holding him on, I don't know. I don't manage that team. And here comes Maury Wills. Wills is 0 for 2, now batting .450 in the series. Gullett doesn't even pay heed to Koufax's counterpart at first. He deals to Wills. Maury swings at the first pitch. Nubber. Bench has it. Throws to second and on to first. 2 outs. So it was my faux pas. There was no outs when they went to third to get the lead runner. So that was a good play. So, all right, 2 outs and the speedy Maury Wills. I was so excited by the Fairley homer. At first. Excellent base stealer. And here comes Willie Davis. And we're going to have him take. Let's see if they pitch out here. They don't. They come inside, ball 1. We're going to have Maury Wills attempt to steal second. Here's the pitch. There goes Will. Oh, he didn't get a good jump. Didn't get a good jump. Went back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, we're going to want Wills to steal second. And again, he doesn't go. And why is someone at the door? And I shall be back in a moment. And we are back from doorbell delay. It's my sister. Gotta answer the door when it's your sister. Alrighty, where are we? 2 outs. Speedy Maury Wills at first. Now, and what happens, we try to steal second base, and now Willie Davis in the hole. Well, actually, he's 2 balls, 1 strike. You know what? Let's play unorthodox hit and run. That ball is hit hard to Perez. He steps on the bag. Oh, if that could have down in the corner, we would have got another run. Anyway, the Ron Fairley homer, the experiment continues to go marvelously. 2-0 lead for the 66 Dodgers. As we go to the top of the 6th, Sandy Koufax back up on the bump. He will face Geronimo, Gullett, and Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose. Cesar Geronimo is 0 for 1. Geronimo, left-handed pull hitter. We will go hard shift right in the infield. DJ John, 44-44, is at the ballpark. Hope all is well from the left coast. Here's the pitch from Koufax to Geronimo. Geronimo's going to swing at the first Koufax pitch. And lines. Oh, it's through. And that is the first base hit. Oh, my Lord. He lines through the shift. And there goes the no-no. Let's watch that again. Oh, I thought we were going to maintain the no-hitter on that. And here's the replay. We had the shift. Lefevre, I thought he was going to sinking line drive right there. Outfield grass just scoots by him. Was hoping they'd give him an error, but they don't. That is a base hit. The first hit for the 75 Big Red Machine comes in the top of the 6th. So Geronimo definitely a base-stealing threat. Larry D, how you doing? Looking in from New York City. Hope all is well. Here's Gullett. Gullett's probably going to be bunting. The pitch from Koufax. 1-0. He puts the bunt down. Koufax fields it. Goes to second! And they get the lead runner. Wow, Koufax, like a puma, jumps on that ball. Throws to Maury Wills. They get the force out of the speedy Cesar Geronimo. So Koufax still very focused. He wants to win this game. DJ John 44 says, it's because I showed up. No, it's not. I thought we had it. I'm like, oh, wow, he's going to line out in the shift. But that's the way it rolls. I have had 2 no-hitters on Out of the Ballpark and 1 no-hitter in, what's that? Digital Diamond Baseball. And they're all, well, no, the Red Sox 64 no-hitter was combined. I used 3 pitchers to get that one. And the Necro no-hitter, with my 72, which were in 1973 now, Red Sox and Out of the Ballpark. That's an open world thing. That's actually on the channel somewhere. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And the Clemens no-hitter is on the channel. Opening day 1988. Digital Diamond Baseball. Here's the pitch to Charlie Russell. Rose is 0 for 2. 1 ball, no strikes. Rose over! Line shot, the leap of Parker. And going first to third. Here's the throw by Johnson. They got him! Oh, he just gets in there safe. So here come the Big Red Machine with 1 out. Gullett is at third. He thought he was Maury Wills going first to third on that. As you can see, he's slow as dirt, but he made it there, and Rose is at first. So Rose represents the tying run at first. And here's little Joe Morgan. He's got pop. He can give the Reds a 3-2 lead. Dodgers go to double play depth as Morgan's left-handed normal hitter. Here's the pitch to little Joe Morgan. 1-2 count. He's in the hole. Swing and a miss! Oh, boy, that's a huge strikeout for Sandy. Again, Morgan went too far on the curve. So 2 outs, runners on the corners, and here comes a struggling Johnny Bench. Oh, my Lord, the struggling Johnny Bench. Can he make up for his struggles here with a 3-run homer, which would give the 75 Reds a 3-2 lead? 2 outs, runners on the corners, Gullett at third, Rose at first, Bench at the plate, Koufax on the mound, Roseboro behind the plate, sets the target, the pitch to his counterpart, Bench, 1-1 count, Johnny swings the lumber, ground ball back to Koufax, he snares it, throws to first, threat averted, no hitter gone, but shutout intact. We go to the bottom of the 6th, the 1966 Dodgers 2, the 1975 Reds nothing. Due up for the Dodgers trying to add to their lead. Lefevre, Johnson, and Parker. Jimmy Lefevre's 0 for 2. Gullett back on the bump. 5 innings, 2 runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks. He rocks and deals to Lefevre. 2 balls, no strike. Lefevre, green light, line shot. Right center field, he is on. 66 Dodgers have surprisingly hit the ball quite well in this series. Not that the 75 Reds had dominant pitching. And here's Lou B. Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 2. Sack bunt is a 5. Wes Parker on deck. He's driven in 7. Johnson had 17 homers in 66. Contact is average. I'm going to try to put down a sack bunt here. Here's the pitch. Come on, Lou B. Johnson. He puts it down. He puts it down. Gullett has it. His only plays to first. So there you have it. Your number 4 hitter, Lou B. Johnson, puts down the sacrifice bunt. That's go Dodgers baseball. And that moves a big insurance run to second in Jimmy Lefevre. And here comes Wes Parker. He's driven in 7. Can he get his 8th or 9th if he jacks one out of the park? Parker is 0 for 1 today with a walk. Johnny Bench goes through the signs. Lefevre nods his head. He rocks and deals. 1-1 count to Wes Parker. Parker, base hit! Through up the middle! And Lefevre is held. Smartly so. Geronimo has a 7 out of 10 arm. So runners on the corners continue to put the pressure on the 75 Reds. And here's Tommy Davis with 1 out. Davis is 1 for 2. As DJ John 44 says, morning ID, does the chat have any thoughts on the cheating scandal? Well, teams shouldn't cheat. I'm sure other teams did it, but you know what? They should just stop all the electronic stuff, and that gets rid of that nonsense. You have a bullpen phone, and that's it. You want to film the game, you film it only from a certain angle. You know, this whole sabermetrics is crap. I'm telling you right now. It's all crap. The numbers are important, but, you know, obviously if you give technology, people are going to try to use it to their advantage. Now, am I glad Cora's gone? You bet your ass I'm glad he's gone. I thought he did a horrible job managing, and I thought he brought a lot of dissension to that clubhouse by bringing in a lot of his political views. I don't think that team, the pitching stunk, I get that, but I don't think that team was prepared coming out of spring training, and I do not think that team played with the same love and camaraderie for one another, the Red Sox. I'm glad he's gone. Thank you for managing the World Series. You shouldn't cheat. I don't condone it, but you can't say that's why they won. For any team, because just because you know something's coming, you might not even know if it's the right pitch. They need to get rid of the technology in these games. Play the goddamn game. You have a bullpen phone, and if you want to take, this and that, you can only videotape or film from a certain angle. It's just pure nonsense. It's pure nonsense. There's no need to do that crap. And I'm glad Cora's gone. I'm glad the Houston manager's gone. I'm glad the GM's gone. It's not, listen, play the game. Play the game. That's all you have to do is play the game. And I'm ecstatic Cora's gone. I'm not a big fan of Cora. For everything he did right in the World Series year, to come out in spring training and not have your team prepared. I don't give a shit about injuries and all that. You have to know who's hurt, and you have to be able to prepare for it. And that goes for the GM who got fired prior. Basically, his contract wasn't re-upped, Dombrowski. Thank you for the World Series, gents, but, you don't need that crap. Get rid of the electronics in sports. Play the game. Play the game. All right, here's Tommy Davis, 2-0, 66 Dodgers. Gullett deals to Davis, runners on the corners. 0-1, Davis grounds it. Morgan, Concepcion, and Davis beats out the double play ball. Lefevre scores. What a huge run there, as it's now 3-0, 66 Dodgers. I don't disagree with that. As ID Gesture says, managers and coaches are at 4 to 5 wins or losses. But he caused dissension in that clubhouse. He did not prepare the team properly, and he just didn't. You don't come out of spring training that way. The pitchers couldn't pitch, the fielders couldn't field, no one knew how to play. How do you do that? I can't. And the Red Sox have a notorious history for that, whether it was Tito, Francona, or whoever manager. Come out of spring training and be ready to play, And don't make excuses. Here's Ron Fairley. Fairley is 1 for 1. He has a solo homer, a sac fly for a ribby. He's driven in 2. The Ron Fairley experiment has been absolutely outstanding. 2 outs, 3-0, 66 Dodgers. Davis at first, being held on by Perez. Here's the pitch to Fairley. 1 ball, no strikes. Fairley, green light. Drives that ball, sinking line drive, and Geronimo makes the diving catch, robbing Fairley of another hit. But the Dodgers get 1 more as Davis beats out the double play ball. We go to the top of the 7th. The 66 Dodgers 3, the 75 Reds nothing. Sandy Koufax back up on the buck. 6 innings, no runs. He's given up 2 hits, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. The Dodgers want to go back to Cincinnati, Ohio, up 3-2. The series now currently tied at 2. Due up for the 75 Reds, Big Red Machine, Perez, Foster, and Griffey. The pitch to TP, Tony Perez. Dodgers infield will shift left. Koufax rocks and fires. 0-2, Perez in the hole. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 5. The curveball is in fuego. As Greg Gurecki, our great friend from the Great White North, says, "Day baseball, are you kidding me?" Hi, everyone. As Mr. Gurecki coming up on retirement. Well wishes to our good friend Greg Gurecki from Canada. Here is George Foster. Foster is 0 for 2. 3-0, 66 Dodgers. Koufax looking for his 6th K. Rocks and fires to Foster. 1-2, Foster in the hole. Strike 3, outside corner. Sets him up with the fastball. Freezes him with the curve. Go find the bench, Mr. Foster. 6 Ks for Sandy K. And that brings up Ken Griffey. Griffey is 0 for 2. Koufax deals quickly to Griffey. Left-handed spray hitter, 2-2 count. Blooper! And Fairley races back and makes the catch! What a play by Ron Fairley! Unbelievable! The Ron Fairley experiment is absolutely marvelous, folks. Amish Elvis is at the ballpark. How are you doing? He says, "Good morning, Al. The best pinch runner in history." As they play Take Me Out to the Ball Game, but my throat is a bit hoarse, so I shall not sing it. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Dodgers partying like it's 1999, but there's still work to be done. Game's not over. 3-0, bottom of the 7th. They want to go back to Cincinnati. Up 3-2. Baseball Demos is at the ballpark along with Sam's Tangled Web. Check out those absolutely wonderful channels. Greg Gorecki says, love Ron Fairley. This is the Ron Fairley experiment. He has played third base in every game because I did not want an automatic out at third. Here's Johnny Roseborough, who is 1 for 13. The pitch from Gullett to Roseborough, 1-1 count. Roseborough swings the stick, and his meek hitting continues. He pops out to Concepcion at short. And here comes Sandy Koufax. Koufax swinging right away. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Koufax rips a shot down the line. Will Sandy go for 2? Foster chases it down in the corner. Here's the throw. It's cut off. Here's the relay. And Koufax slides in with a double. Sandy doing it all like Bogey and Bacall. Baseball Demo says, Tabby says, hello, Owl. Hello back to Tabby. Great all-star game. Check that out on Baseball Demos 1977. Stratomatic card and dice. He did use basic, which is to me not a big deal. It's the enjoyment of the call. He has, please watch the whole game, but if not, watch the introductions of the all-star teams for the American League and National League. Absolutely outstanding. Well done, our good friend Baseball Demo. So 1 out. Koufax at second, top of the order. Maury Wills, he's struggling today, 0 for 3. Still batting .429. The pitch to Wills. 2 balls, no strike. Wills! That ball's a gap shot, but Geronimo gets a diving catch again! Quickly retreating back to second is Koufax. Koufax straight a little too far away from the bag. Larry Deese is a pitcher that hustles. I love it. Greg Gorecki. Ron was a first baseman the initial season of the Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah, he played first base. Someone looked it up. Again, I'll take their word for it. I looked it up too. I don't think he ever played third, but I figure if you can play first, you should be able to play third. And you can't have an automatic out in this. I just couldn't put a guy there who's going to be an automatic out. I mean, we have Johnny Roseborough, who's not horrific, but he's been pretty much an automatic out. Imagine if we had John Kennedy there. You'd have 2 automatic outs in this series. You just can't do that in this series. I went with the 68 Detroit Tigers thinking, let me put a better hitter in defensively. Oh, yeah, DJ John 444 and Appa Bryant says, the intro, absolutely excellent. That was outstanding. I loved it. Loved it. All right, Koufax will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Willie Davis, 1 for 3. 1 ball, no strikes. Davis, fly ball, right center field. Geronimo on the run. The ball's carrying. Geronimo reaches up, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Koufax stranded at second. We go to the top of the 8th. The 66 Dodgers 3, the 75 Big Red Machine, zilch. Thank you for everyone joining us. Remember to check out Uncle Ron Juckett, as I believe he will be on Twitch in 10 minutes. So we're going to speed this thing up and hope that Sandy can get 6 outs quite quickly. Concepcion, Geronimo, and Gullett to face Sandy Koufax. 7 innings, no runs, 2 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks. The pitch to the smooth fielding Davey Concepcion. 0-1 to Concepcion. He swings. Ground ball back to Koufax. He throws to first, 1 away. Had a little difficulty getting the ball out of his glove. That brings up Cesar Geronimo. Geronimo actually has 1 of the 2 hits. He smashed a sinking line drive through the shift. That got by Jimmy Lefebvre. That ended the no-hit bid for Sandy Koufax. Hard shift right for the Dodgers in the infield. You can see Fairley at short. Maury Wills just slightly to the right of the second base bag. Outfield straightaway and normal. Koufax nods his head. Roseborough sets the target. The pitch of Geronimo. 2-2 count. Does Sandy get another K? Swing and a miss! Yes, he does. This time, fastball. And that's 2 down. 7 Ks for Sandy. Dodgers throw it around the infield. Here comes a pinch hitter, Merv Redeman. Redeman has had so I think he walked in his only appearance because he has an on-base percentage of 1,000. So I do believe he walked. Here's Merv Redeman. Redeman in 1975, 239, 2 homers, 19 ribbies. Average contact against lefties, poor power, good eye. Normal right-handed batter. Koufax hoping for K number 8. He nods his head. Roseborough sets the target. The pitch to Redeman. 2-2 count. Will he get strikeout number 8? Swing and a miss, my lord. The curveball drops off the table. Strikeout number 8. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Dodgers 3-0 lead. With 3 outs to go back to Cincinnati. WKRP in Cincinnati. Hoping to be up 3-2 and close out the series in Ohio. Lefevre, Johnson, and Parker to face a new pitcher, Clay Carroll. So Carroll is up on the bump. First appearance in the series for Clay Carroll. In 1975, 7-5 with 7 saves, 2.62 earned run average. Jimmy Lefevre, 1 for 3. Carroll deals to Lefevre in the hole, 0-2. Ground ball to the left side. Rose has it, throws to first. 1 down. Nice range by Charlie Hustle. I've been playing. Baseball Demos asked, Al, which pitcher did you like better on 77 Red Sox, Fergie or Tiant? Fergie. In my replay action PC baseball, where I use actual transactions and lineups for all the other teams, I use actual transactions and rosters. I make my own lineups and pitching staff. Fergie, in reality, I think he went 12-12. We're 15-6, I believe. Tiant Tiant was not really good in 77. He was okay. In 78, he was not good. Again, how the Red Sox even competed with the Yankees in 78, if you really go and look back. Jim Rice carried that team. 77 had the much better offense. It'd be quite interesting to give in 78, they had slightly better pitching. It would be interesting to see the 78 pitching with the 77. We were just talking and having fun. Obviously, it's not going to happen. 77 offense, because that was one of my favorite teams for the Red Sox, 1977. That didn't, they didn't win. And again, probably my all-time favorite team. Set aside them winning in 2004, I really liked the 1988 Morgan Magic team for the Red Sox. All right, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Lou B. Johnson. He's 0 for 2. Carroll rocks and fires. Johnson swings. Fly ball, shallow center. Geronimo. Wouldn't it be ironic if he drops this? Nope, he makes the catch. After all those great plays, I just thought, wow, imagine if he dropped that. But he didn't. So 2 outs, no one on. And here's Wes Parker. Parker's driven in 7 in the series, batting .300 now. He's 1 for 2 today. The pitch to Parker. 1-2 count. Parker in the hole. Carroll looking for a strikeout. Parker grounds it. Concepcion moves to his right, throws low. Picked out of the dirt by Perez. The side is retired. We go to the top of the 9th. And Koufax looking for the complete game 2-hit shutout. So far, 8 innings for Sandy Koufax. 1 walk, 8 Ks. Can he strike out the side for 11 Ks? Let's find out, folks. I'd like to thank everyone in the chat and at the ballpark. Greatly appreciate it. And if you're able to, I believe Uncle Ron Juckett will be streaming live on Twitch at 12 noon. So it's Rose, Morgan, and Bench trying to get something started. The 1966 Dodgers up 3-0 in Game 5. Series tied at 2. The series will shift to the Midwest and Cincinnati, Ohio, with one of these 2 teams hoping to close it out. Looks like it's going to be the Dodgers. Rose is 1 for 3, batting righty against the left-handed throwing Koufax. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle. 1-1 count to Rose. He will swing the stick. And he'll ground it to Fairley, and that's the first error Ron Fairley has made because I forgot to take him out. Oh, boy. And we'll just say, hey, Ron. Again, we're going to pretend we actually took him out. We're going to say, Ron, you done well, kid. You done well. I forgot to take Ron Fairley out. And we will take Ron Fairley out now. And we're going to go. He's a 6. I think Schofield's a 6. 10 infield error. I think we're going to go with Schofield. I forgot to take him out. And that drives me nuts when I do that. And we got 6. So we're going to go Dick Schofield. So, and Fairley gets a standing ovation. So, oops. Schofield will come in for Fairley. As I forgot to take him out, we're going to do it now. And we're going to get Phil Regan up, who has not really pitched too well. And Ron Peranowski up. So the error by Fairley, that's the first faux pas by Fairley at 3rd. And I shall be back in a moment. Hello. How are you? And we are back. Had to take that phone call. Always take the phone call from the girlfriend. All right. I love Nurse Teresa. So it's Morgan. So again, we're going with Schofield at third now. 6 defensive range. Here's the pitch to Morgan. Let's go double play depth. Here's the pitch to little Joe Morgan. 0-2. Koufax. Swing and a miss. Yes! 9th strikeout for Sandy. That curveball's been absolutely devastating. Devastating. So that is 2 outs. And here comes Johnny Bench, the last hope for the Reds. Well, no. Well, he could bang into a double play. He has been horrific. He's only batting 100 with 3 ribbies. He's a right-handed pull hitter. Shift left. Lefevre behind the second base bag. Koufax rocks and deals the Bench. Full count. Will he strike out Johnny? Johnny grounds it through the shift. And thinking wisely of not going to third is Pete Rose. Charlie Hustle got a little over-exuberant as Regan and Paranowski continue to warm. Koufax 115 pitches. Here comes Tony Perez. He is the tying run at the plate. Here's the mound visit. Once I find mound visit, visit the mound. I'm not tired at all, Sandy says. Let me pitch. Koufax will be given the opportunity to end it here. Regan and Paranowski are ready. Perez, with one swing of the bat, could bring all the joy gone from Mudville. Perez, a right-handed pull hitter. Infield will shift left. Outfield straightaway and normal. Rose at second, Bench at first. Perez, the tying run at the plate. Roseboro runs through the signs. Koufax quickly nods his head. The high leg kick and the pitch to TP. Tony Perez, full count. Pops it up. Calling for it is Schofield. He calls off. Maury Wills, 2 down. The Dodgers 1 out away, folks. 1 out away from going to Cincinnati up 3-2 and trying to close out the series in the Midwest. And here comes a very dangerous George Foster. Foster has not hit a home run, and Dodgers fans don't want to see it now. In 1975, Foster had 23 homers. And in 77, I believe that's the year he had 52. Tremendous power for Big George. Speak softly. Carry a big boomstick. Regan will sit as he's ready. We don't want to tire them out. And Paranowski sits. Koufax looking to close it out. He'd love to close it out with a K. Here's the pitch to Foster. Ground ball. Schofield. Short way to Lefevre. Ball game over. The 66 Dodgers, 2 consecutive games. They shut down the Big Red Machine. Sutton goes the distance in Game 4, shuts them out 10-0. And now the great one, the lefty Sandy Koufax, goes 2-0, and he shuts out the 75 Reds 3-0. So in 18 innings of baseball, the Cincinnati Reds have scored zilch. And the Dodgers have scored 13 runs. Sandy Koufax, can you say player of the game? Retro Sports Network reminds all of us, fight night tonight on Twitch, I believe. Live, and then it will be uploaded on YouTube. Uncle Ron Juckett, check out Retro Sports Network. He's really close to, I think, 500 subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed to him on Twitch yet, he's very close to the 50 you need to be affiliated. We'll get back to that. We're trying to get to our 1,000. We have 920. It keeps fluctuating between 923, back down to 918, back to 920. I'd like to get 80 more subscribers, get to our 1,000 here, and then we'll get to our 50, hopefully, on Twitch. So the Dodgers win. Player of the game, Sandy Koufax, which we knew that. Sandy is now 2-0 in the series, 9 innings. 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. His ERA drops to 1.69. Gullett, again, didn't pitch horrible. He's 0-2. He's lost twice to Sandy. 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all them earned, 1 walk, 2 Ks. He gave up the homer to Ron Fairley. Fairley finally made an error at third because we forgot to take him out of the ball game with the lead. But we quickly put Schofield in as we just want to win. Fairley understands. And Carroll, 1 inning, scoreless. Go to the box score quickly. Rose was 1 for 4, now batting .368. Morgan 0 for 4, now batting .400. Johnny Bench's struggles continued, even though he was 1 for 4. He's batting .143. Perez was 0 for 3, batting .167. Foster 0 for 4, batting .211. And Griffey 0 for 3, batting .125. You can't win a series with those guys batting that. Davey Concepcion 0 for 3, .235. Geronimo 1 for 3, .267. Gullett 0 for 2. Rederman 0 for 1, the pinch hitter. Carroll, pitch, did not hit. Strikeouts, Morgan Cade twice. Perez once. Foster twice. Geronimo twice. Gullett and Rederman each once. There's your 9 Ks. So 31 at-bats for the Big Red Machine, which has gone silent in these last 2 games as Sutton and Koufax have shut them down. No runs, 3 hits, no ribbies, 1 walk, 9 Ks. For the 66 Dodgers, who have their hitting shoes on this series, Maury Wills was 0 for 4. He's now batting .409. Willie Davis 1 for 4, .381. Jimmy Lefevre 1 for 4 with a run scored, a strikeout, .261. Lou Johnson 0 for 3, .286. Wes Parker 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk, .286. Tommy Davis 1 for 3 with a ribby. Now batting .421. He's knocked in 5 in the series. Parker's knocked in 7. Fairley, my God, you got to love Ron Fairley. He did make an error at third, and we took him out for Schofield, who made 2 plays after that. 1 for 2, and he knocked into a sac fly and a solo blast. Now batting .467. Schofield came in, got 2 outs at third, did a great job after Fairley booted the ball. Roseborough now batting below 100, .071. He was 0 for 3. Koufax actually doubled. Sandy Koufax actually doubled and struck out once. So there you have it. The Dodgers win 3-0. Thank you very much for joining me. Health and happiness. Till next time, God bless. Love you all. You know what's coming, folks. Peace!